Hello, Glenvar families. I'm Dr. Corey Franklin. I'm principal here at Glenvar High School. We are excited to kick off this new school year. We welcome all of our new and returning students. Glenvar is a term that means rolling hills in Gaelic, and as such, our mascot is the Highlander. We are Highlanders and we are Highlander proud. Here are some faces you're going to get to know if you don't know us already. I'm Dr. Franklin. I'm principal here at Glenvar High School. In the middle is Mrs. Duff. She is our assistant principal. And on the side, Mr. Brown, our dean of students. And here are our fabulous school counselors and life counselor. Mrs. Knoll works with students A through J. Mrs. McCall works with students last names K through Z. And Mrs. Clevenger, our new life counselor. To stay in the know with things that are happening in the counseling department, take a moment to join Remind.com. You can type in your code, whether you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior, and they will keep you up to date. Parents, you can also check out the website and announcements for updates as well. Here at Glenvar High School, we have two basic expectations for all of our students. We want you to care, and we want you to try. We want you to care for yourselves, care for your friends, care for the staff, care about your grades, and try. Try at everything you do. Give it your all and walk away knowing you did your best. We would like all of our students to get involved here at Glenvar High School. And even though our athletics and some of our programs are currently delayed due to the pandemic, our clubs are still able to meet and work as long as they social distance. Here is a list of some of our many clubs. Please get involved here at Glenvar High. As we're getting ready for the new school year, you want to make sure that you are dressed appropriately for school, whether you're in person or at home. Be sure to represent yourself and Glenvar with pride. Student schedules were mailed out on Wednesday the 12th. You should be receiving them soon. This year, in the hybrid schedule, we are still operating on an A-B day. However, it's a little different. A days will meet Mondays and Tuesdays, Group 1 on Monday, Group 2 on Tuesday. B days will meet Thursdays and Fridays, Group 1 on Thursdays, Group 2 on Fridays. The first day of school for Group 1 students will be Monday, August 24th. You will report directly to your first block class. For Group 2 students, your first day is Tuesday, August 25th, and you will report directly to your first block class. Burton students will catch the bus at 9:15 on these 2 days to get to their AM classes. Given that we can't hang out in the halls this year, this really shouldn't be a problem, but if you are tardy to class, please don't stress about it. If you have a legitimate reason, just be respectful with your teacher and slip into your seat quickly. Mrs. Kidd in our front office is our attendance clerk. If a student is going to be out, we ask that parents please communicate with her, whether they're absent, tardy, or need to leave early. Please note that due to current restrictions, students are not going to be able to ride a bus that is not his or her own. This is Nurse Witter. She is the school nurse for both Glenvar Middle and Glenvar High School. Seeing the nurse this year is going to be a little bit different. Students will have to ask their teachers to visit the nurse, and then the teacher will have to call. Depending on what is happening at the nurse's office, she will determine whether or not the student can be seen at that time or if the student will need to wait. Only one student at a time will be seen. There will be no waiting at the nurse's office. Given the current environment, we'd like to remind you we are going to protect and respect each other by wearing your mask when you cannot maintain 6-foot distance. When you're in the halls, you should have your masks on. When you enter the building, you should have your masks on. Make sure you're washing your hands frequently or at least using hand sanitizer. That 6-foot distance is very important, and please stay home if you're sick. How do you know if a student should stay home? We are following the Department of Health guidelines and asking the following questions to determine whether or not students should stay home. You can ask your own children these questions before sending them to school. Please note, Nurse Witter will be calling home when students are out sick to determine if their symptoms are COVID related. Does a student need medicine at school? Nurse Witter can administer Tylenol, ibuprofen, and other medications if you have completed the school nurse health form in InfoSnap. This will prevent a lot of calls home if a kid has a headache. All medication, prescription, and over-the-counter must be brought to school in the original container with permission from the doctor. High school students have the ability to carry a single dose of over-the-counter medication if a parent completes the permission form. If you go back to the July newsletter that was sent out, the Highlander headlines, the permission form is there, it is attached, and you can fill that out for your child. Keep in mind, students may not share their meds with other students. Any student who has asthma, allergies, or seizures should have an action plan on file. We want to make sure students have access to self-carry their inhalers if needed and/or EpiPens. Forms are available on the RCPS webpage under Departments, Health Services, Health Forms. Some last thoughts from Nurse Witter. Her school hours are 7:40 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can contact her directly at the number noted. Female students, please make sure you're prepared with an extra set of jeans or pants if needed. And students can carry cough drops and chapstick. Nurse Witter does not stock these items, and she does not have cold medicine. Here are our technology specialists. Miss Stone is our library and media specialist. Miss Booth is our instructional technology resource teacher. Mr. Tyree is our laptop tech. He also receives support from Mr. Pidcock, who helps with laptops. All students will be receiving their Dell laptops on the first 2 days of school once the fee and paperwork has been completed. You can complete this paperwork by filling out your InfoSnap or pay your fee using My School Bus. You're going to log on with your username and password that you choose, but choose something you're going to remember. And just remember, this isn't a toy. It is a learning tool, and this year you're going to need it. Just a friendly reminder, you can use your cell phones while you're in the halls and eating lunch and in between classes, but teachers can establish their own cell phone protocols, and we ask that you be respectful and responsible when a teacher asks you to comply. And definitely, no cell phones in the restroom or the locker rooms. If you follow these simple guidelines, this is going to be an amazing year. This is going to be a little different this year, but we're going to make the best of it, and we are still going to be Highlander proud.